Okay, we are going through lesson 6, styling text with CSS. The question of the day: how can we change the style of text on a web page? Um, so let's take a look at our vocabulary. CSS. This is kind of like a new language. Cascading style sheets, a language used to describe how HTML elements should be styled. Okay, style. So it'll make your web page look different. You can add colors, you can add fonts. So look, text, our new code text decoration, align, size, font family, and color. So let's take a look at this sample website and let's look at what we see. So obviously this text is purple. Um, Another thing I'm noticing is this right here. It's italicized. We have this, which is underlined and it's in red. And that's all I see. We see font sizes, little font, big font. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so that was new styling. Adding style. This web lab project is using new language to add style to the page. With a partner, explore both the index.html and style.css files. Be ready to discuss the following questions. What changes is the new language making to the page? How is this language different from HTML? How are the index.html and style.css files connected? Okay, guys, so first of all, let's take a look at this. We obviously see blue text that's large and red text that's like a medium size, okay? Um, we have this in H1 tags. This is this big blue text. Same thing down here. This other blue text is in H1 tags. And then we have the red in H2 tags, okay? Let's look at style.css. Well, none of this should make sense to us right now. We haven't learned any of this unless you've learned it in prior years or classes. None of this makes any sense to us. But the page is called style.css. So the way they are linked is right here. Remember, so far, we've been putting everything between our two body tags, opening and closing body tags. Now, in between the opening and closing head tags, you can link your HTML to a CSS page, okay? And this is how you do it, okay? So always know that you can reference lesson 6, exercise 3, and steal this page. But look, REL, I forget what REL stands for, style sheet. These have to be in quotation marks, okay? href, that's what you do for hyperlinks. This needs to be in quotation marks, okay? I always recommend you name your CSS sheet style.css, okay? And it has to match up, okay? The link here needs to match up with your style sheet. So I think that's all we need to do for exercise 3. And exercise 4, we're going to watch this in class. So let's move on to exercise 5. CSS and text color. This HTML file uses a style sheet, style.css, to give the page a particular style. The style sheet contains information about what each of the HTML elements should look like. Do this. Find the code in the style sheet. Click on style.css in the files list. Find the code in the style sheet that is making the H1 heading red. Odd world records. Okay, well, right there, this is the only font on the style sheet that says color red. So change the code for the color of the H1 heading from red to a different color. Okay. I don't know what this lightning bolt is. Maybe they'll tell us, but purple. Medium purple. I like that. Cool. Okay, that's it for exercise 5. Making a new CSS rule set. The block of code that gives rules for a particular tag is called a rule set. You can make a new rule set by copying the pattern you see in the rule set for the H1 tag. Do this. Find the CSS rule set in the style sheet that determines the styles for the H1 tag. So I don't really like the way they describe this, but this is a rule set, okay? Everything that I have highlighted is the H1 rule set, okay? And then here we have the paragraph tag rule set, okay? So we found the rule set for H1. Using the same pattern, write a new CSS rule set that will determine the style for the H3 tag. Okay, so guys, coder's best friend, copy and paste. Let's copy it, and I'm going to paste it right here. Now let's make it there. And remember, I mean, hopefully you can use your brain and figure out that we should put a 3 here. Okay. Add code to set a different color for the H3 tags. Okay, let's change this to red. And it's H3 tag, so it shouldn't be this big. Oh, whoops, 218. I did not mean to do that. 18. Boom. So, because H3 tags should be smaller than H1 tags. Okay, and that's it for exercise 6. Exercise 7, changing text size. You can control other things besides colors by using other properties. Find the CSS rule set in the style sheet that determines the style for the paragraph tag. Again, we go to style.css. Change the text size of the paragraphs and the headings. Okay, so we actually already did that for H3. Let's change it here for H1. Let's make it 26. And paragraph, let's make it 10. Boom. Okay. I like this. I like this very much. And we're good for exercise 7. Now, the second video, we'll also watch this in class. Exercise 9, adding a style sheet. This developer has been working on some style for the page, but has forgotten to add the style sheet. So none of them work. Do this. Inside the HTML page, add the code that will link the style sheet to the web page. Okay, guys, this is very, very important, okay? Students every year will forget that they have to do this. And it's just super important to remember. So to create the page, you would normally click this. They must not have edited this exercise from previous years because we already have a style.css page. So you don't need to click this, add.css. We already have a style.css, a sheet document. This is the style sheet. Yeah, this is the style sheet. So number 3, link your style sheet. And it looks like this. It looks like we can copy and paste. Okay. And if you didn't see, it instantly changed colors. Okay, so like I said earlier, this needs to be in quotation marks, the href, and it needs to match the name of this, okay? So we're good. This is exercise 9. Good to go. Okay, now we have a bunch of exercises. So somebody said choose from the following activities, and they thought that that means they don't have to do all of them, but me personally, I want you to do all of them. So do not skip any of these. Debug, wrong font size. Someone has submitted a bug report on this web page. Can you fix the bug? Okay, so paragraph font size to be 24px. Okay, so we need to go into the style sheet and change that. Wait. Okay, so what is going on here? Oh, you know what? Maybe they didn't link. Nope, they did link it. Are there broken paragraph tags? Looks like everything on here is okay. I'm going to pause the video till I find the bug. Okay, I don't know if this is the bug, but I'm thinking that this needs to be 2 words. And, well, it's not pink anymore. I don't see much of a difference. Let's change it to 240px and see if that... Yeah, I don't see a difference. So not too sure. Maybe let me take a look. Okay, so I found the bug. You gotta go, I mean, well, I had to go to helps and tips and I went to text properties, I think. And here's the problem is that they don't have a hyphen in between font and size. So put that hyphen right here and boom, my text instantly gets absurdly large. Okay, so let's change it back to 24. Okay, here. So now click finish. Always keep that help and tips thing in mind, okay? Paragraph color is gray. What happened instead? Paragraph color is black. So we want paragraph color to be gray. So always go to the style sheet, paragraph color gray. I see the bug right away. Try and pause the video, see if you can spot it. So they don't have these brackets for the paragraph tag. So let's put those brackets in. Find them on your keyboard. Oh, I guess I'll just copy this and paste it in, or cut it, paste it in. And I like formatting it the way they have it formatted up here. Okay, and yeah, now it looks gray. So finish. Okay, so what they expected to happen, heading color is green, but the heading color is black. So just go to here and color lime green. So, okay, the brackets, they have the wrong types of brackets. All right, so delete that, delete that. Let's put these, cut it, paste it. Again, I like to format it this way. Okay, so that's it here. Click finish. Let's move on to exercise 10C. What I expected to happen, heading color is green. Is this what I just did? Yeah, I think this is what I just did. So I guess we're moving on to 10D. All right, so D, exercise 10D. What I expected to happen, heading color 1 is blue, heading 2 is green, paragraph font is 12px. So let's check it out. Font size, this looks good. Don't know why that's not working. Heading 1 is blue. I don't know why this isn't working either. So I don't know why any of these are working. So maybe it's something wrong with the HTML instead. Oh, okay. Do you see the bug? Pause the video, try and spot it. Okay, so you need the style sheet linked here. Okay, so I'm going to just click this link. All right, so let's see. How do we link it? Let's go to help and tips, heading and paragraph style sheets. Okay, link REL style sheet. So I'm just going to steal it from here because that's a lot to remember. Okay, and that's okay. If you don't remember it and you have something to reference, and look, automatically all this got fixed. Okay, so blue, green, font size 12. We're good. These are some really good exercises. 10E, add a heading rule. Here's an opportunity to be creative and customize the heading. Add a rule set for the heading. Okay, so cool. Elephants. That's an H1 tags. Let's add a rule set. And we're going to copy this. And so we copied that, and now we're going to paste it down here. Oh, whoops, I guess I didn't copy it. Let's copy this, paste it, change the body to H1. We don't need a background. Let's change, I think, what is it? Font. Let's do font family. Font family monospace. Look, it looks like that. And now let's do a color. I think that's all we need to say. Yeah, let's do aqua. And guys, this is working, but we want to add a semicolon. Okay. All right, so cool. We did that. That's a rule set. Now let's go on to 10F. Here's an opportunity to be creative and customize the paragraph. Okay, so we're doing the same thing, guys. We're just adding a rule set for a paragraph. So copy it, change this to paragraph. Let's change this to font family again. And let's change color to, I don't want any of these. Brown. Hit the semicolon, and now you're good. Let's go to G. Add a style sheet. Okay, this is practice everything you learn about style. Add a style sheet and rules. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is important, okay? There might not be a style sheet created, so you have to click Add CSS. Okay, name it style.css. Okay, it makes your life easier. And they already have some rule sets in there for you. But nothing's really happening. So let's make rule sets for H1, H3, and H5. Okay, so let's delete those two rule sets. And I'm going to copy these. So like I said, we want H1, H3, H5, H5, font weight. Let's see if we have different options for font weight. Okay, there we go. 500. Okay, I think that's that. Like, what did that do? I don't really can't tell what that did. But anyway, let's add some color. We'll make H3 cornflower blue. That semicolon. Huh. I don't see. Oh, okay. The reason it's not working, guys, again, we don't have the link. So in between the head tags, let's go to style sheets. Let's find the code for linking your CSS. Let's paste that here. Boom. And now we see this. Let's see if, okay, I still don't see any difference between the font weight, but that's okay. Let's add color here as well. Let's deep pink. Excellent. And for some reason, that's not, that's only for this paragraph. So let's see why that is. So everything else is in paragraph tags and H2 tags. Very interesting. That's okay though. We added our own pizzazz. If you want to add a rule set for the paragraph tags and the H2 tags, that is up to you. Otherwise, we're going to move on to exercise 11. Style this page. Here is an opportunity to be creative and have some fun with styles. Do this. Link the style sheet to the web page. Make the paragraph text a different size. And make the paragraph text a different color. So again, we need to link this. That's our first step in here. Go to style sheets, steal this. Look, this will only work if your href matches the name of your style sheet, okay? That's why this is going to work, because those match. All right, so go back to instructions. Make the paragraph text a different size. So we got to add our own rule set. Font size. Let's make it 10 px. Add the semicolon. Look, it's automatically editing it. Make the paragraph text a different color. Okay, that's easy. Color. Let's make it fuchsia. Add the semicolon, and look at that. We styled our own page. Excellent. So now let's move on to these challenges. We got a bunch of challenges. Okay, extra code font family. Okay. Okay, so it says go in, find the rule set for paragraph tag, change the font family, and choose from these. Okay, it already has cursive. Let's change it to serif. That doesn't look much different. So let's do fantasy. Okay, yeah, I like that. Add a font family rule for the H1 or the H3 tag. So let's just do the H1 font family. I don't know why it's not showing any other ones. Let's just do monospace. Cool. All right, and I think that's it for this. That's it for exercise 12A. Extra code, underlining. Find the code in the style sheet that makes the H4 tag double underlined. H4, I don't see H4 here. Find the code in the style sheet. Okay, so they have it here. Underline double. Okay. Change the text decoration to something else. Choose from underline. But I don't see it. Oh, okay. Boom, right there. Change the text decoration to something else. Choose from underline, overline. Let's do overline. Okay, and there's a line over it now. Add a text decoration rule for the paragraph H1, H2, or H3 text. So let's do it for paragraph overline. And that's pretty obnoxious. So I'm going to change that to underline. Yeah, it's a little easier to look at. Cool. That's exercise 12B. Let's look at 12C. The text align property sets the horizontal side-to-side position of the text within each line. Find the CSS code that is making the from Wikipedia in the H6 right here tag aligned to the right. Change the H1 tag so that it is aligned to the center of the page. Change the alignment of the paragraph. All right, so step one, find that H6 text align right. Okay, we found that. Now it says change the H1 tag so that it's center aligned. Okay. So I copied that, guys. I copied this text, and now we change right to center. Change the alignment of the paragraph tag too. Okay. And then, yeah, let's right align that. Cool. The letter spacing. The letter spacing property sets the space between each letter between text elements. Find the CSS code that is making the letters in orchids in the H1 tag to be more spaced out than normal. Okay. Letter spacing 5x. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, change the H2 tag so that the letters are spaced out by 2 pixels. So let's copy this, go to H2, add this rule, and it says change it to 2px. All right, cool. Change the letter spacings of the paragraph and H3 tags as well. Okay, so that's both of them. And let's just change it to 1px though. Whoops. Well, let's take a look. Okay, cool. So that's what that is. We're done with 12D. And now 12E. Text shadow property. Okay, right away I see what that is. You see a little shadow here. Find the CSS that is doing that. Okay, text shadow. This is that rule. Give the H2 tag that same rule. spaced by 2 pixels to the right and up from the original text. Oh, whoops, I must have forgotten to copy that, so now we're copying this. Two pixels to the right and up. Let's see. What are the possible values? You can choose. Okay, so positive numbers move the shadow to the right or down. Okay. Okay, I'm not too sure. So let's see. Right and up. Okay, so I guess. Okay, yeah, right and up. This is to the right and it's up. Okay. All right, try and think about that one. So I think, okay, does that have to do with the things we read in the first one? So the first number is left to right, and then the second number is up and down. Okay. All right, so that makes sense. Cool. That was a little confusing, but we got through it. Last one, guys. Last one, 12F. Okay, we don't need to do this one. If you did this, you're good.